Hi, I'm Shannon Gavin Johnson, the Director of Legacy Museum on Main, and this is a brief moment in LaGrange's history. Since its earliest days, LaGrange has been a center for education. A number of private schools existed here during the antebellum era, educating the children of the wealthy elite. After the Civil War, the focus of education began to shift to lesser privileged children. This led to the founding of a public school system in Troup County, West Point, and Hogansville, but LaGrange, with an abundance of private schools, still lacked a public system. The State General Assembly passed an act authorizing the city to establish a school system in 1883, but that decision was defeated the following year. A similar act was passed in 1901, which was approved by an overwhelming majority, paving the way for the LaGrange City public school system. The new system was authorized to provide free schools for all children, though they were to be separated by race. The first meeting of the city school board took place January 19, 1903. At that meeting, educator Clifford Smith was appointed the superintendent of schools, with James E. Brown as the superintendent for the black schools. They also selected sites for the new school locations. 5 schools were established, 2 for students of color and 3 for white students. For African American students, the city rented the John King School building on Hill Street to be operated as Hill Street Elementary School. A new elementary school was also constructed at the intersection of Union Street and Hamilton Road to be called Union Street Elementary School. For white students, 3 new schools opened: a new high school at the intersection of Broome Street and Harwell Avenue, the site now occupied by LaGrange Memorial Library, East LaGrange Grammar School on Johnson Street, and Unity School, which opened in a building provided by Unity Cotton Mill at Callaway Avenue and Todd Street. For nearly 2 decades, the children of employees of the Callaway and Dunson Mills were educated in schools created by the companies themselves. In 1920, with the city taking over the city of Southwest LaGrange, which had been established as its own municipal entity by Callaway Mills, the school system brought its mill-operated schools into the fold. As public education became a point of civic pride, the school system added various new programs, including commercial courses added in 1909, a kindergarten program in 1910, girls basketball and high school football in 1916, a new black high school, East Depot Street School, in 1923, a vocational school in 1930, and music programs in 1937. In 1954, the U.S. Supreme Court deemed separate but equal to be unconstitutional. Like many school systems throughout the country, the LaGrange City Schools were slow to integrate. It would be more than a decade before a practice of freedom of choice was put into place, allowing students of color to select where they wanted to attend school. Some students elected to attend white schools in 1965, and integration began in earnest. Full integration of the schools was accomplished by 1970, when the dual school systems were merged into one. At the same time, voters were presented with a referendum to merge the city and county school systems into one. At that time, the referendum was roundly rejected. The next year, the school system achieved system-wide accreditation, and thanks to the Callaway Foundation, air conditioning in every school. By 1975, the school system was able to provide busing for all students throughout the city. In the early 1990s, local voters were again presented with a referendum to merge the city and county schools. This time, the measure was affirmed. The LaGrange City Schools merged with the Troup County Schools on January 1, 1994. To learn more about local schools, visit Legacy Museum on Main. This has been a brief moment in LaGrange's history.